3, 2, 1 minute countdown, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Trash Talk. It's not a countdown show. It's just a Trash Talk
show, baby.
Fantasy football draft. Everybody here, everybody ready. Owen said, hope everyone is doing well. Good luck to all. Eric said, hope y'all are good, but in 3 minutes, eat shit. That's what I'm talking about. That's why, hey, look, we ready. We ready. Got the best up in the screen. I may fix it so you can see the number. Who's at the top? I'll fix that here in just a second. What's happening, Bobby?
Hey, man. Hey, it's another fantasy football draft, Trash Talk Fantasy Football League. If you don't know about it now, you do. Here we are back in the building. Look, this is going to be live right here. All the way live. Time, 6 seconds. We got the top pick coming. You know, number one pick going to be Jonathan Taylor. It ain't going to be nobody else but Jonathan
Cooper
Taylor.
Kupp,
but
man.
Here we go.
What you
We
mean,
live,
Cooper Kupp, man? Y'all don't like Cooper?
It ain't no Cooper Kupp, man. See, you know, Jonathan Taylor going number one. He's already gone.
Is he gone?
Something changed this year, man. We got a minute on the clock for each individual round. We got a minute on the clock for each individual round. Seriously. So, next up on the pick, Dylan Hermley. Jonathan Taylor went number one pick overall right now. Look, Dylan, who you gonna go, Dylan?
Hey, look, man. Trash Talk Bobby and Sean. Jonathan Taylor went number one for Indiana. Man, who am I going to pick? Oh, wait, I got about an hour before I pick because I'm at number 11.
That shit
rigged.
Man.
That shit rigged. I swear to God, every year, like last year I was number 2. This year I'm number 11. Rigged, man, rigged.
Hey, man, it is what it is, man. We back here once again. Trash Talk Fantasy Football League. Look, I just got back from doing Fantasy Football League already. It was crazy. Just drove in from the Fantasy Football League. Did a live draft, Did a live draft for the first time ever. Live draft. We sat in the living room. We did a live draft. It was great. It was one of the best experiences I've had in a long time, man. Seriously. Shine.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, can you send the link in the
I might can
in the comment section, man? Can you send the link in the comment section?
I try really hard. I don't know.
Send the link in the comment section.
I'm freaking out. Like I'm trying to figure out like who am I draft? Who am I draft? It's 11. I got 4 picks left and everybody gone. Right now it went 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is crazy, man. Some of the picks that I've already thought about drafting are already going off the board.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. You got damn pick number. Oh, you up? Is it you on the clock?
No, it ain't on me. The clock splashes on the clock right now.
Splash is on the clock.
I think Hector's on the clock right now on number 8 pick. So
hey,
let's
Hector,
talk about.
Take Plaxico Burress.
That's a great pick. Look, we're going to talk about the last 5 picks out there. As you see in the windows, you see people's teams. You also see queued up who's left in the draft itself. On the top, you see the ticker. You see the time on the ticker. And then at the bottom, you see each of the individual person that's been drafted. Also, you'll see comments and stuff too. I am now on the clock. I am going to go.
Travis Kelce.
No.
Javonte Williams. Come on, man. Say something for me.
I'm gonna go Justin Jefferson right here.
Ugh.
I don't like to pick myself. I don't like to pick. I like to get a running back right there, but
I'm on the clock, baby. I'm on the clock. Everybody be quiet.
Everybody ain't gonna be quiet, man. See, look.
I'm trying to think. Between. I'm looking at 11 and 12. I was in deep thought. I'm over here like, which one of the top 2 left? Is it gonna be Devontae or Samuel? Huh?
I know what I would pick right now. Hey, I was gonna say I know what I would pick right now. That's what I would go right there. Devontae Adams. Look,
Wait, I
look,
come back.
look,
I
look.
come back up first in the next round, right? I'm back up.
No, you come back second in the next round. You come back second in the next round.
Ooh. Ooh. Damn, is Chase gone? Saquon. I'm gonna take Saquon Barkley so he can burn me again.
I don't know about that pick right there.
For another year. I took that, man. He scored 3 points. I'm gonna go DeAndre Swift on this.
Now let's get into a little bit of talk, man. Let's talk about this right here. Usually in the first round,
can I ask for help?
Yeah. Usually in the first round we go with running backs because running backs is one of the hardest positions to pick because you don't never find as many running backs in the draft itself. So usually you go running back. Then you fill up your 2 running back spots in the first 2 rounds. That's what they normally do. Then after the first 2 rounds, you go wide receiver. So normally you go running back, then wide receiver, because you can always find a gem later on, which is a quarterback or some sort later on in like the 5th or 6th round. But first 4 rounds, you want to go running backs, then wide receivers. And then by the 5th round, you want to look for a tight end because the biggest thing is there's not but 5 tight ends on the whole thing. 5 tight ends. You got 5 tight ends you can choose. That's it. If you don't get one of those 5 tight ends, you're gonna be just pinching for pennies. I went with James Conner. James Conner is a do-it-all back. He catches the ball out the backfield as well as he gets touchdowns. Whenever they get into the red zone, I'm going to count on James Conner to get me a touchdown. So that's the biggest reason why I picked up James Conner right there. Travis Kelce is already off the board. Travis Kelce is number 1 tight end in the league. You can also call him a wide receiver, so that's because he gets touches. Many touches.
He got
Patrick Mahomes, many touches.
And Allen, who's on the clock? The Feelers.
Somebody, Team Gillette always. I'm gonna tell you right now, Team Gillette didn't do well last year. They got a suspect pick right there. Team Gillette went with Saquon Barkley. Hopefully, he comes in and he does not get injured this year.
Watch him rush for 5,000 yards.
Man, we hope that. We hope that. Another reach out there is Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams is a reach. I feel like that's a big reach because you still got Melvin Gordon in the background taking some touches from him. But Javonte Williams is supposed to get majority of the touches this year. So we'll see what happens with that right there. CeeDee Lamb, the only wide receiver. I'm gonna tell you right now, CeeDee Lamb is the only wide receiver in Dallas Cowboys right now. They don't have a number 2 or number 3 that's legitimate. They're still fighting their way to see exactly who's gonna get some touches on that number 2 and number 3 spot. So you know what that means? CeeDee Lamb is finna get double teamed. That's all that means. Double team CD. That's what we're going. That's why I ain't pick up CD this year because they're gonna double team him. And then also Dak is gonna force the ball to CD. So look, we're gonna be on the lookout for a wide receiver that looks will get touches, but you might not get it. Then we got Deebo Samuel coming off the board as well. Deebo. Oh, Deebo Samuel coming off the board. What's up now?
Who you take? Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill.
Who?
Team Hermely. He trying to draft. He trying to draft this year.
So here's the thing right here. Here's the thing. Team Hermely is a Miami fan. So that's why he picked Tyreek Hill. He thinks that offense is going to be on fire this year. He thinks that offense is going to be on fire. He thinks that offense is going to come out and show out and do something with Tua at the quarterback. But you cannot trust Tua. I'll tell you that right now. You cannot trust Tua at all. Mike Evans just went off the board. That's a nice pick. The biggest thing about Mike Evans is even though Tom Brady spreads the ball around, Mike Evans is the wide receiver that gets touches in the end zone. So you can always count on Mike Evans when it's 2 yards out. They don't run the ball. They just throw the ball over the top to Mike Evans. Just letting y'all know. Mike Evans is going to be one of those big pickups right here.
All right, look. Check this, though.
Check
this.
Check it.
You ready?
Check 1, 2.
He ain't going to make it to my pick, but, I mean, you take DJ Moore, right?
I take DJ Moore, yes.
Because, hey, Baker gonna be out there throwing balls.
Baker ain't gonna be doing nothing. I cannot trust Baker.
Baker gonna be out there throwing.
Baker
balls.
Mayfield had Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, but Odell don't listen.
It don't matter what he can and cannot do. He had Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry. I do not trust him at all. I don't trust Baker Mayfield to throw the ball to DJ Moore. DJ Moore is always my pick that I always try to pick up every year because he's that guy that's going to give me some touches, and he's one of those guys that catches the ball a lot. But this year, I just can't go with him. I can't do it. I don't trust the quarterback. I can't trust the quarterback. If you don't trust the quarterback, why are you going to go with him? That's all I'm going to say about that situation.
So look, hold on. I know.
Go ahead.
I know all of the adage that comes up that people say, like, number one, I used to always draft the kicker. Just kidding. Who the quarterback this year?
The quarterback that you look.
Who is the quarterback this year?
Well, I mean, you got your Josh Allen, but they're saying Josh Allen might be he might drop back from what he was before previously. So Josh Allen is up there in the top. You got Patrick Mahomes too, but he doesn't have a legit wide receiver in Tyreek Hill. But he does. Yeah, he didn't necessarily. He fell off last year. I'll tell you that much. He fell off last year. He wasn't the quarterback that we all wanted him to be last year. He fell off a little bit, but for the most part, he's still a top. He's still a top dude. Seriously, he's still that top dude. But I would say
Zeke gone. Ezekiel Elliott gone.
Hold on. Zeke went high.
Raleigh taking the DAT. Let's go look at that team.
Zeke went high.
Henry.
Zeke went
Elliott,
high, bro.
Allen.
Zeke went high.
That's because they know.
High.
Hey. Let me put my sister hat on real quick.
Zeke went too high.
Cowboys going all the way. This high gear. We them boys. We them boys.
Oh my goodness!
I am not monitoring any chats.
Zeke went too high. I haven't seen anything. No one's saying anything
not
in the chat right now. Currently.
That's because they ain't got but a minute. You need to do 5 minutes next time so I can talk.
No, I don't need no. Well, people still go through it really quickly, so it doesn't really matter what we're doing. I'm gonna go with Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry. I feel like Scary Terry is gonna have a legit year this year, so I went with Scary Terry this year. Hopefully the quarterback does what he's supposed to be doing, and but we'll see. And your booty is up.
Oh, DJ's up.
Sean, can you tell the people how you came up with in your booty?
No, it ain't in you.
In your booty.
In your booty. Hold on. Who I got? All I got is wide receivers, right? Nah, I got to run him. I took a run him at second. Huh?
How you come up with in your booty?
Digging in your booty deep. Man. BJ, I said that, right? I said, I'm going to take DJ Moore, and then you talked me out of it. I shouldn't have been listening to you. Baker Mayfield's going to be throwing bars. Nothing but bars. I need a running back.
Baker Mayfield? You still in this Baker Mayfield situation?
I know, I want DJ Moore, man. I need a running back, though.
Oh. Who you picking up?
Damn, I'm going to run out of time. I need 2 minutes, man. I need 2 minutes.
So who you pick up? You pick up Breece Hall? Hall. I feel like Breece Hall is going to be that number one running back over the New York Jets. I think he's going to get most of the touches too. Also, head coach likes to run the ball and play good defense. So that being said, if you run the ball well and you play good defense, you always get an opportunity to get that individual in the end zone. So I think Breece Hall is a big pickup. Big pickup.
Look, digging in your booty, right? So it ain't in your booty. They just shorten it because you got to have a first and a last, like the Pittsburgh Feelers or something like that. No, his name is the Pittsburgh Feelers. That's what it was.
So funny story with that right there. Let me the only reason why his name is the Pittsburgh Feelers because your name is in your booty. So,
is it really?
Yeah, that's it. Because he saw you with the name in your booty or digging in your booty, so he went on ahead with the Pittsburgh Feelers.
But no, my stuff has been up there for a while, right? So I used to play Yahoo. No, it was always ESPN, I believe. It was just different leagues. And so I was back-to-back world champion a couple years ago. I was world champion in fantasy football. I mean, all right, so
World champion.
I was a
Said
world champion.
World champion.
But no, anyone in the world could have joined the league. It just so happened that it was only 10 people from like the local Asheville area. So technically, by that logic, I'm a world champion. Right?
Yeah.
Anybody in the world could have joined though. But just everybody from Asheville decided to participate. Still a world event. So I'm a world champion. Back-to-back world champion. And
Back
so
to back.
every time I would join the league, I was like, man, I'm about to dig in y'all booty. I swear. So then I made the team dig it in your booty. And then you get the little acronym, and it's deep. So I be digging in your booty. Deep. And both times I was what? Damn near on the cusp of not making the top bracket. Cause I remember one year, boss lady at Fat Cats, she went undefeated for the entire year.
Yeah.
And then lost the first round.
Hey man, that's how it happens, man. That's how it happens.
That's
how it happens, man. Seriously.
And so then all I had to do was beat like the number 8 dude. And no, I was like 4 or something. I had to beat like the number 8 dude and then somebody else. And it was just like a road. And I got them gift cards, what I won.
Yeah, so man. I don't never look. I'm gonna tell you right now. If I ain't playing for money, I ain't playing for nothing. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Gift cards worth money.
Look, I ain't playing for no cash, no moolah, some of that green, that dollar sign. I ain't trying to play at all. I ain't trying to do none of that. I ain't trying to play. And if it ain't over 500, I ain't trying to do it. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Bobby, who you got so far? What you looking?
Sean, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I do not like my team.
I didn't think so.
I do not like my team.
I can tell by how you feel on the inside right now.
Dude,
I can feel that you ain't shit
today. Seriously, I do not like my team at all.
Get you a kicker to help you feel better.
No, I'm not getting no kicker right now. I'm looking through the running back list right now, and I'm seeing Cam Akers. I can't trust Cam. Cam. Can't trust him today. I can't trust Cam Akers. You just come off an injury.
He just came off the board.
Cam Akers just came off the board.
You can't get him anyway.
Just came with Cam Akers right here. Hey, man, Sean, I got to say something right here. Hey, congratulations, Eric. Eric got a little baby coming soon next year. Little baby coming soon. Congratulations, Eric. Little baby cooking. A little baby cooking. So, man, look so here's the thing. This is why you got to draft running backs early. The biggest reason why you got to draft running backs early is because you look at the list right here and you see running backs like J.K. Dobbins. He's an individual that can pretty much do what he wants on the field, but he has to be on the field to do it. Then you got Josh Jacobs. I've heard that Josh Jacobs is not liked by the new regime that's over there in Las Vegas. So you never know exactly what you're going to get out of Josh Jacobs this year. Plus, it's a contract year. So it's supposed to be one of those years where he comes in and he outperforms his contract so he can make some money. But who knows what's going to happen?
Man, can I say something?
What's going on? Go ahead, say it.
Do you remember the glory days that if you drafted Kareem Hunt, you pretty much won?
Yeah.
Do you remember that man used to put up numbers?
I mean, he still put up numbers last year too as well.
I'm talking like 40.
Yeah.
In one of them hard leagues. You know, not like you could score. You remember in some of them leagues you could score 40 just by sneezing. Yeah. I'm talking about one of them hard teams, right?
Yeah.
And Kareem Hunt was killing it.
I mean, he's still a good running back.
At number 89.
Man, right now, I mean, Justin Herbert just came out the board. Quarterback's coming out the board early. You still got Lamar Jackson out there. You still got Kyler Murray out there. Kyler Murray he just be getting it. Doing what? What you gonna do?
I'm not gonna do it. I get so afraid. I hate following y'all logic, and I be so afraid. So I be wanting to draft a quarterback, but I try to listen to all the smart people who like, nah, you gotta do this. You gotta do this. Quarterbacks come a dime a dozen. I'm just saying, Lamar Jackson. I'm just saying, Mahomes the year before.
Well, I mean, the only thing about Lamar Jackson is last year, Lamar was not available. He was not as available to play as in previous years. So it was one of those things when you drafted Lamar Jackson, you thought you was going to get MVP Lamar, but what you got was on the sideline, bitch Lamar. So you didn't really get the Lamar. Yeah, bench.
Oh, I thought you said bitch. I was like, damn. Dobbins is gone.
J.K. Dobbins is gone. Elijah Mitchell's gone. I'm telling you, running backs are going like crazy right now. So for me personally, I might have to go ahead and get me a third running back real quick. And
Metcalf's still on the board. Metcalf, what did he do last year? I don't remember. He ain't do much of nothing. He just big. Metcalf. He's scary, right? That's all.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's scary, but the reason why he's still on the board is because you cannot trust his quarterback. That's the only reason why he's still on the board. You cannot trust his quarterback. You can't trust his quarterback, but they might have Jimmy G coming to town over there in Seattle. So they can have him. They can have Jimmy G. I don't care. You can have him.
Pumapadolo.
You can have Jimmy G.
Wait, then who? Carolina? Not Carolina. San Francisco. I feel like it's been forever since I had a pick.
Damn, George Kittle off the board as well too. I thought George Kittle was going to go earlier than that, but George Kittle went later on. The only reason why George Kittle lasted so long is the fact that he gets injured. You can't trust a tight end that always is injured. Even though he's a 49 and I love him to death, I can't rely on him, and that sucks because I can't rely on him. But this next pick right here might surprise some people because I'm reaching for him. I feel like that I have to reach for him because if I don't get him now, he's not going to be there. After
let me guess.
Ooh, you don't know who he is.
Let me guess. Is he on the board in the top 20?
I don't think so.
Or are you reaching?
Okay. No, I'm reaching. I'm reaching for this pick right here. Reaching for this pick.
It's got to be a tight end, man. You reaching for a tight end?
No, I ain't reaching for no tight end. I wouldn't reach for no damn tight end.
Hold on, who's on your team? Who's on your team? Trash talk. So you got running back. You got your wide receivers.
Nah, I need another.
I mean, you need another in betweener.
No, I'm reaching right here. Dameon Pierce. They saying Dameon Pierce is supposed to be that guy in Houston. They're saying Dameon Pierce is supposed to be that guy in Houston. So I reached out there and I touched Dameon Pierce and I said, hopefully he is that guy. So, because if he is that guy, he's that guy for me. That's all I'm gonna say about him.
All right. So with the pick of Dameon Pierce, we want to talk and make sure that Bobby has each week's money ready to send. Make sure you got your Cash App ready. Make sure you got your PayPal, all of that ready to go, because Bob might not win a single week this year.
Hey man, look, there's a lot of reaching I'm doing today. There's a lot of reaching. I'm doing a lot of reaching today. This league right here, I am not happy about my team this year. If I had to give my team a grade right now, I would give them a solid C right now. Solid C.
He's still up there.
Solid C. David Montgomery, don't know how he's going to be this year. Then you got Connor. We don't know how he's going to be this year as well. This is man, I don't know, man.
I don't know about that. Hold up. Is Hurts going to do anything this year?
Well, he did something for your team last year. So, I mean, he balled out to a point, to a certain extent. He balled out.
Hurts didn't hurt nobody, though.
No. I mean, he did his thing, though. He did his thing.
Hurts didn't hurt no. I'm taking Lamar Jackson.
Hey.
I'm taking Lamar Jackson. Let him be there.
I'm not a squirm dog. Get him.
I doubt it because it's a delay. Who got Lamar Jackson? This guy just wasting time celebrating. About to win all the weeks. I'm about to do everything. My man about to get it up 4 million yards. He is going to have the most rushing yards and passing yards this season by any quarterback in the history of the NFL.
I mean, he's done it before, though. He's done it before. Lamar Jackson has done it before. He's rushed over 1,000 yards.
Like he gonna rush
over
more than
3,000
the
yards.
running back in history.
So he's actually outperformed. So, but he hasn't done it in the last couple of years, though. That's the problem.
All right, so I'm just gonna talk shit about y'all now because I gotta wait 20 picks. It might not take that long now. How many people you think is on auto draft?
It'll tell you at the top if somebody's on auto draft.
I don't see nobody name move by real fast.
No. Well, everybody's picking pretty fast right now.
Well, I'm saying like if it's auto drafted.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna go Russell Wilson here.
Damn,
I still don't like my draft at all right now.
That's
but
bad.
Hopefully I can start picking up some wide receivers and maybe get me a one of those running backs, stack one of these running backs up. So hopefully I can get somebody like that. We do have some tight ends still out there. Dalton Schultz for the Dallas Cowboys. This might be a big pass catcher this year because they only got one legit wide receiver and some rookies that they're going to be throwing to as well. You got TJ Hawkinson from Detroit that you can pick up too. Hopefully he's available later on in the draft so I can get him. If not, then I'm going to be reaching for any other tight end in the draft currently right now. Dallas Goedert doesn't do nothing but catch touchdowns, and Jalen Hurts loves to throw to Dallas Goedert. He never liked to throw to Zach Ertz, but he loves to throw to Dallas Goedert. So that's a good thing. Zach Ertz over there in Arizona with DeAndre Hopkins out for the first, I think, 8 weeks, or maybe a little bit less than that. Zach Ertz might be a big target for the Arizona Cardinals as well too. And then you got Hunter Henry, Dawson Knox. The only thing about Dawson Knox that I do not like is the fact that Josh Allen does spread the ball around in that offense. So unfortunately, Dawson Knox has great games and then he just goes by the wayside. You just don't see him a couple games here and there. So Dawson Knox might be one of those individuals that you can pick up, maybe get a game here, a game there. Mike Gesicki. What?
You got to talk what the people came here to hear.
What they came in here.
You know what they came here to hear. What's the money like?
Money? Hey,
what's
man,
the
look,
money like?
This year, Trash Talk
Joe
Fantasy
Burrow off the
Football
board.
League. Trash Talk Fantasy Football League. Number one, the person who wins the league will win $640. Second place to win $100. There is no third place because we don't do that here. If you don't get top two, you don't get nothing.
Third. We talking about the game. Y'all talking about practice.
But there is an opportunity. So first place in the league itself in each individual division, you get $50. And then for each individual week up to the I think it's week 13 or week 14, the most points scored by any team, most points scored, $20 will be paid out the next day. And I don't play with nobody's money because I don't want you to play with my money. That being said, don't play with my money. So
all right, we are about halfway through this draft besides the bench, right?
Yeah.
Have you been looking through everybody's stuff?
No, I ain't really took a peek yet, but let me look through some of the teams real quick.
Let's peek. Let's see. Is Dylan doing all right so far?
Dylan has picked the whole team of Miami Dolphins. So team
is he
Hurley,
really doing this? How that don't work for
Hurley
fantasy?
Has Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill at wide receivers. The biggest thing I wouldn't do is I wouldn't pick two wide receivers on the same team, but he did. Then he picked up J.K. Dobbins at running back, who missed all last year with an injury to his knee. And we don't know exactly what he's going to look like this year. He also reached on Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders didn't really get as much touches as needed last year to warrant a high pick, but he did pick him up later on in the draft itself, so that might be a good pick. And then Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is always legit. Nick Chubb has always been a legit target. And then Schultz just came off the board for him as well too. So I mean, he got a legit team though. If everybody performs the way they need to, he has a legit team. So Team Hurley is out here reaching for some picks, but his team is pretty legit. Pretty legit.
Let's check out the champion. The champion's back. this
Dylan
year.
is a snitch. Or Jamar Frazier is a bitch. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Jamar won it last year.
Yeah, he did.
I thought Owen won it the first year.
Yeah, Owen won it the first year.
Owen
I
won
came
it
in
the
second
first
place.
year. Let's check
And
Owen out. Because he always be sleeping. My bad. We'll check you out, Jamar.
So Jamar Frazier's picked up
Oh, you want
Patrick
to check out
Mahomes.
Jamar?
He got McCaffrey at running back. Hopefully he doesn't get injured this year. But if he does, I'm going to laugh at his team. Elijah Mitchell. I mean, that's an iffy pick because the 49ers saying they're going to spread the ball around this year. So we'll see what happens with the 49ers. Hopefully
I
they
said
do.
Eric Mitchell in my head.
Josh Jacobs, like I said earlier, they're saying that he's not going to be the top back over there in Las Vegas, and he's on a contract year. He picked up Debo. Debo's not going to have a year like he had last year, so let's go ahead and throw that in the water. Mike Williams is a legit wide receiver, but the only thing bad about him is the fact that he catches 3 balls. He might get a touchdown. He might not get a touchdown, but he still is a legit wide receiver. And then you got Juju Smith-Schuster on the same team as Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, he keeps doing the same thing where he's picking players on the same team.
Yeah, but you could double dip.
Double dip my ass. I mean,
you could double dip. You score a lot, or not nothing.
Patrick Mahomes have a incredible game. The problem is that he don't have to throw it to J.J. Smith-Schuster.
But so, what if they rock and sock connection?
I mean, that'd be amazing.
That'd be the
highlight of. It'd be great. Connection. It'd be wonderful. It'd be
or they
awesome.
both have a terrible game and you lose that week.
Exactly. That's what could happen now. So he's reaching.
All right, who else we got?
For me, I'm going tight end. I'm going to draft T.J. Hockenson. Go ahead and get him off the board. Legit wide receiver. He balled out last year, man. He balled out last year. That man balled out last year. If I was you, Sean, I would probably go tight end because they jumping off the board.
Off the board quick.
They jumping off the board, and the only one that I see that may be legit is the top one. And I got a feeling you might.
Hey, look, don't sound like that because it sounds like you trying to tell me what to do.
I'm
gonna do it, but it ain't because you said it.
Yeah, I feel like you might go. I don't like none of the other tight ends. I like Zach Ertz.
Hey, do you get points for blocking?
No.
Okay. Then. I mean, if you do, then you get 2 points for a pancake. How?
I mean, I wish they did something like that. Though. That would be pretty cool right here.
Get to 2 points for a pancake. Had 3 pancakes at tight end. That way, if you're not a catcher, right?
Yeah.
You're a blocker for the runner, but you block well. You can still score some points. 1 point for the pancake. Give me the hashtag. Points for pancakes. Hashtag points for pancakes. Damn. I was just looking at Kareem Hunt.
Points for pancakes.
Points for pancakes. I was just looking at Kareem.
Kareem was still on the board, man. Kareem went off late, man. That's a good pick right there. Good pickup. Kareem Hunt right there. That's a good pickup late in the rounds. That's a good pickup. And now I'm gonna tell you right now, this later on in the rounds, after you got your top 6, top 7, later on in the rounds, what I start stacking up on is those running backs that may do something because either somebody get injured or the starting running back doesn't do what the team needs him to do. Then I start stacking on the wide receivers, boy. I start stacking up them wide receivers. The reason why I start stacking those wide receivers and those running backs, because of injuries. You don't know which receiver is going to have a breakout year. So you try to pick up maybe a rookie receiver that they touted, or you pick up one of those number 3 receivers. They might get a lot of touches. There's one receiver that went off the board that I really wanted, which was Hunter Renfrow, because he gets like 10 touches a game. This is some bullshit. So, but
if Brady's still on the board, I'm taking him.
I feel you. But this year, I'm going to go Allen Lazard. Allen Lazard is supposed to be Aaron Rodgers' top pick, or not top pick, top wide receiver this year. So I'm gonna go Allen Lazard. Hopefully he is his top wide receiver and he gets all the touches. Hopefully he gets a lot of touches so that my team can outperform its overall rating right now because I still give my team a hard C. A hard C.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Forget that. You take Dak Prescott over Tom Brady? He rated higher.
If he had the receivers he had last year, yes. But this year he only has one receiver, which is CeeDee Lamb, as well as Dalton Schultz at tight end. You got Michael Gallup coming back pretty soon. They're saying that he's coming off the injury. They're not going to put him on the PUP list, which he'll be out for the first 4 weeks. So they're saying that he should be coming back within the first 4 weeks of the season. So that gives him a legit number 2 wide receiver. That man is pretty athletic, and he does a great job going up and getting the ball. So he's another target for Dak Prescott. So I feel like after the first 2 or 3 weeks when they get Michael Gallup back, I feel like he's going to be a top tier quarterback. So Dak Prescott is one of those quarterbacks that I would pick up later on in the rounds currently right now. But look though, let's talk about this funny though. Look, almost everybody's put their money in for the league. It's probably like half the league that hasn't done it itself. We got like 7 or 8 people that have already done it. So if you need the Cash Apps, the PayPals or whatever right there, all you gotta do is hit us up on.
For the Cash App, send me my money. I'm sorry. Hey, my feet smell like butt at gmail.com.
Hey, man, that's the greatest email account ever made, man. Just hit us up on that link right there, or you can hit me up on Facebook Messenger. If you ain't got my phone number, you can hit me up on Facebook Messenger. But if you got my phone number, you can always hit me up on my phone number or send me a text message or something, and I'll get you those links out so you can give me that money so we can get this thing popping.
So for every week that you don't pay, right, there's a finger that we take. Just kidding.
If we cut fingers off.
Once the draft is over, for every day that you're late is a week that you're not eligible for the bonus of highest points. We don't edit every week $20.
Yes, every week $20. Last year was $25, but
so
this year is $20.
You lose a day for every week. You lose a week for every day you late. So get your money in, guys. I just made that up.
Little 20. I'll keep that little 20.
He ain't keeping that little 20. It'll go to first place. We're gonna stack it at the top.
I'll keep that little 20.
That's a good rule. You ain't about to make the money because somebody late. Commish. Or save it the week. I don't know what to do. I wonder how that would work. They gonna all send you their money because they greedy. Everybody in this league greedy.
That's the only reason why we got in this league, man, so we can make this money.
I hate getting this late to the draft. I don't never know what to do. If Tom Brady's still up there, I'm taking him just so I could trade him.
So as you see right here, Sign, at the top right here, you see Team Hermley is on auto draft right now. I talked to Dylan earlier today. Dylan was asking me some questions about the league itself. This is a PPR league. PPR league, points per reception. I think it's 1 point per reception. So keep that in mind. I made sure to say that later on in the draft. So if you didn't know and you draft a team of individuals that only catch 1 or 2 passes, that is on you. You had the opportunity to look at the rules and read the rules beforehand. But if you didn't, it's on you. So now I waited till around round 9, pick 9 to tell you exactly what this league is all about.
If they auto picking, Brady gone. Look, Hermley auto picking, Brady gone.
No, Brady ain't gone.
I know, but I'm just saying if anybody else is auto picking, my man Brady gone.
No, Zach Ertz is the next person to go for.
I know. I still got 7 picks though.
True.
2 auto picks and it's a wrap. Come on, Brady. I should take Aaron Rodgers. See, it's hard, man. See, Aaron, they always put up them good numbers, but one day you just gonna wake up old.
True, and I don't know. Aaron Rodgers, this year.
He like 40. Tom, he like 52, but he doesn't count. That man aging backwards.
Yeah,
that's stupid. He ain't playing preseason though, did he?
Who?
Tom Brady.
Nah, I mean
Brady gonna do what Brady gonna do.
Brady went out on leave for 11 days. Let's put it like that.
Brady gonna do what Brady gonna do.
Brady said, I'm 45. I need some time for myself. Life is life, and you got to go through life. And that's what he did. He went through life.
And then what? How is it you can be like so good in the NFL, right? Has anybody been that good to where you gonna tell them what you is and what you ain't gonna do? Because everybody had that kind of sort of like, well, I ain't doing it. And it be this whole like, you know, such and such don't listen, this, that, and the other. Brady like, bro, I'm not about to play no preseason. I ain't doing it. And they was like, all right, you still gonna play for us throughout the regular season though? He's like, yeah, I'll still play with you. All right, man, we'll see you week 1, man. Look, you ain't gotta come to practice, man. Just all right, I'll read you in. Brady comes up, he gets under the ball, the snap, looks around like, damn, who's the new guy? He didn't even know the people. He just throw a good catch, 89. He just know about a number. He was like, damn, how'd you know I was running that route? You look like a motherfucker cut back. I seen the way your hands were shaking at the line when I called the audible. You look like you was gonna cut back. Damn, Brady, he out here 150 years old doing the thing. Like, I wish I would have. I'm gonna look that up. What were the odds whenever he moved over to was it 2 years ago when they won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
What were the odds preseason that they would win the Super Bowl? Nobody.
It was no. It was high. It was high. And it wasn't astronomical, but it was high though.
Like somebody saw, like, I love you, Thomas Brady. I'm gonna bet $5 and probably won like 200. All right.
No, it was high because it's once he went to the Buccaneers, their Super Bowl hopes went sky high. I mean, they sold every seat, or they had all games already prepaid for. Everybody wanted to come to the game. So for the most part, when Brady came in, the expectations came in they were very high. So from the get-go, they thought they were going to the Super Bowl. Let's just put it like that.
I got one pick, and I'm taking Brady.
Robert Woods off the board.
Brady?
Look, I'm gonna tell you something about Robert Woods.
You can't hold on. This is my minute.
Oh,
Let me scroll over the Tom. Ain't nobody about to take no damn Tom Brady. I'm kidding.
Who you got? Kenneth Walker. Hey man, I'm gonna take Kenneth Walker. If the Seattle Seahawks get their quarterback, Kenneth Walker might be one of those picks. Let's put it like that, because he may do something this year. Let's just put it like that. Kenneth Walker. They're saying that he might be the starter this year. They don't have the running backs they had in the past, so Kenneth Walker may be that guy. He may be that guy. So right now, while we're looking at individual teams right now, each team should already have their starting lineup per se. So now what we're doing is we're trying to fill the bench positions. And usually what I try to do is I try to fill in 2 to 3 bench positions. So before I go for defense or special teams. So I usually try to fill up another running back, maybe get a wide receiver or 2. If there's a good tight end out there, I may fill that tight end spot. But as of right now, I don't think there's a good tight end out there. Zach Ertz is still out there. I don't understand why he's still on the board. There's some teams that probably need a tight end, and Zach Ertz is still on the board. I might pick him up for some trade bait. So you also got to think about trade bait too. But I'm not going tight end. I'm looking at Chase Claypool.
Stop saying my shit.
I was looking at Chase Claypool, and I don't know why you picked my damn wide receiver. This is some bull.
Stop saying my shit.
This is bullshit.
So first off, the rest of the Facebook world, they like a minute behind. So by the time you say it, they've already made their pick. You see me over here fucking struggling. I should have picked Tom Brady. You know what I should have did? Went completely against the grain in all the teachings. I say this shit like I don't just sit there and listen to Bob like talk shit about all this every year, and then I just do whatever he said don't do. And then, man, I don't know why he picked the kicker early. I said, shit, don't pick a kicker early. Man, he picked up a quarterback in the first round. When did he do that? Shit, I'm writing this shit down. Don't take a quarterback in the first round. Make sure you got your running backs. Make sure you got your wide receivers. The running backs are most important because they fly off the board quick, and you never know.
No, they fly off the board quick, dog.
That's what I be doing. I be listening.
I did not know the running backs were gonna fly off the board this quick. And the top two running backs I got, I don't even really love them as much this year as I love them
Tom Brady
last
off
year.
the board.
So Riley taking the Dak, picked up Tom Brady.
Where you got?
Hopefully the age doesn't catch up to him. I feel like he got some value in that pick later on the round. So his team itself, I feel like, is legit for the most part because he had an opportunity to wait to pick up a quarterback. That means that some of his positional players are very high up on the rankings list, especially on his team. So that's a big thing. Now, let's talk about this Brian Robinson pick. He is projected to be the number one running back over there in Washington Commanders, which I think is the stupidest name ever. But
they should have left it as Washington football team because that shit was great.
I got some news for you. I didn't want to pick up Brian Robinson because I don't know what his status is, but today he just got shot. Let that marinate. Brian Robinson got shot. I think it was a robbery gone wrong.
Why you ain't tell the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I ain't gonna tell nobody nothing. If you didn't do your research, that is what it is. So
I'm about to jump on the Google train.
It's projected to be the top running back over there at the Commanders. They love him for what he was doing, especially in the preseason. They drafted him to be the top running back. For some odd reason, they had a running back that was doing pretty well, and they just thought they needed to draft another one and put him in front of him, which I didn't know why they did so. But he got shot today. The only reason why I know he got shot today because in my live draft earlier today.
Oh,
was crazy. In my live draft earlier today, one of the guys drafted Robinson in like the 8th round, and almost 20 minutes later, somebody called and said, "Hey, Robinson got shot. Somebody drafted Robinson. He got shot." And then they were looking all online. Seriously, looking online. And it was like, Robinson didn't get shot. And then looked on Twitter, and it finally came up 3 minutes ago. Robinson got shot, is in stable condition. I said, what the hell?
Washington Commanders running back Brian Robinson Jr. is in stable condition after being shot in his lower extremities during a possible attempted carjacking or armed robbery in Washington, according to the D.C. police spokesman. I need to take a second and back this up a little bit. Was he trying to rob somebody?
I don't know if he was trying to rob somebody.
Oh, he shot multiple times.
I don't see. That's what I'm saying. So that Robinson pick was it was iffy. It's iffy.
Hold up. After a day after sitting out the Commanders' preseason finale, is now hospitalized. At least 2 bullets struck his lower body during the attempted robbery. Was he robbing?
No. So
somebody tried to rob him.
So my man Keith just chimed in on me. He told me to quit talking about a team like that. But I'm just trying to get the news. I guess he chimed in to the live show. He just let me know that he was being carjacked. So
he was getting robbed.
Getting robbed. And in the midst of getting robbed, he was shot multiple times. So I didn't want to get that news out there until later on because I didn't want to, stir at the pot and have him going later than what he needed to because he's still a nice pick. The biggest thing though, on the greatest thing about this league is we do have an IR spot, and so if he is injured, you can pack him up on your IR and hold him back until he comes back, and he probably still be the same person. But hopefully that injury or the wounds that he has is not season injury or life threatening. So prayers go up to Robinson. Hopefully he comes back stronger and better than ever, and he's able to perform the way the team needs him to, and also the way he wants to. So hopefully that happens for him. So best of luck. So
I don't waste all this time, and I'm up in 2 picks.
Man,
I got questions. Where is it? Where he said it? I'm monitoring 3 different chats right now. I don't see it.
No. He sent me a message, right? He sent me a personal message because I feel like he sent me a personal message. So I just seen it on my phone. Sent me a personal message. So
who
I just want to chime in. Pittsburgh Steelers drafted him.
Oh, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Man, I don't like the wide receivers still on the list either. So I'm gonna go defense.
You could get Robbie Anderson. You could get Robbie Anderson. I can't say it with a straight face.
I'm gonna go Raheem Mostert, running back for the Miami Dolphins.
That's not a defense.
I saw him break.
I'm gonna go with a defense. I'm up. I need to start paying attention. Hush and start attention. Ooh, Trevor Lawrence is still up. Sunshine. I thought Sunshine was gonna throw for like 150,000 yards. But also, I just really like young quarterbacks.
It was his rookie year, though. It was his rookie year.
I really like young quarterbacks.
Man, he was his rookie year, and you know what happens in your rookie year? You don't do or perform as well as you want to. So look, there's 5 more picks in this year's draft. This is when the kickers go a little bit earlier than normal. This is where the defense go a little bit earlier than normal, especially if you feel that another team might swoop in and pick your defense or your kicker up. I might do something a little different this year, something different than what I've done in the past. I usually say you don't even pick a kicker up to around 14 or 15 because each individual kicker can get you almost the same amount of points. But I might do something a little different this year, especially since there's not a wide receiver that I love still on the board. Oh, man. I do not like my team this year, buddy. I do not like my team.
Hey, you got a question.
What's
Chris
the question?
Said he needs your help. Which receiving should he use? I think maybe he got a draft going on. Read it real fast.
Where is it at?
You can't see it right here?
No, I can you read it for me because I'm going like 3 different ways. I'm got my draft on the screen.
Oh, I really need your help. Which receiving core should I use? The first is hold on. Jeter, Judy, and Brandon Cooks. The second is Keenan Allen, CeeDee Lamb, and Brandon Cooks.
Boy, that's a nice wide receiver crew right there. I mean, Keenan Allen, it depends on what kind of league you got. If it's a PPR league, Keenan Allen always gets receptions. Jared Judy has a actual quarterback to throw it to him. So that being said, if you got a quarterback can throw you the ball,
so I'm gonna get a defense right now. What's the defense like?
I would go Keenan Allen and Jared Judy myself. So that's what I would do. Keenan Allen and Jared Judy. I don't know about anybody else. I didn't hear the other ones. I'm gonna look at the chat to see exactly what he's saying. Let me go look at the chat real quick. See if I can get this.
He might be in a different. He might be in a different in a league. 10-man PPR.
Oh, that's a nice league, right? 10-man. That means somebody's always. Oh man, that's good. That's real good right there. I don't see it, so I don't see the comments, man.
No, look on the actual screen on OBS. It comes up. He on YouTube. Chris on YouTube. Shout out to Chris.
Okay.
Shout out to Chris on YouTube.
Hey, Sean, before I go to that on the screen, man, I'm gonna do something a little strange this year, man. I'm going Justin Tucker for the kicker, man. I know I shouldn't do it, but I'm gonna go Justin Tucker. I've never drafted Justin Tucker in my life as a kicker, but every time I go up against him, Justin Tucker booms the ball where he just gets like 20 points. It's fucking crazy. It is crazy. So I went on ahead and go with Justin Tucker out there.
He says, so I already have the first one, can trade up to the second one. So at the top, that's his first core, and he could trade, get the second core. I need to pay attention. I don't know why I said that in the mic.
So Judy, Brandon Cooks, the second's Kareem Allen, CeeDee Lamb, and Brandon Cooks. I like Judy. Man. Jay Jettis. Who's Jay Jettis?
Let's look him up.
Who's Jay Jettis?
There ain't.
Justin Jefferson? Justin Jefferson, Jerry Judy, and Brandon Cooks. I like the first one. I don't like CeeDee Lamb. The biggest thing I don't like CeeDee Lamb is I feel like he's gonna get double teamed this year. I feel like Michael Gallup may come in and get most of the receptions when he comes back healthy. So, and then the first 4 weeks, I feel like CeeDee Lamb is not going to be that top tier wide receiver. And also, CeeDee Lamb likes to drop the ball too. So he might be one of those frustrating wide receivers that drops the ball on you. And then all of a sudden, it's like, man, this dude sucks. But he really doesn't suck. But he just likes to drop balls from time to time. So I would go with the first one. That's me personally. I would go with the first one. I like that whole core. Justin Jefferson is the top wide receiver over there at the Minnesota Vikings. So I like that top core and that first one right there. I either one is a good lineup to have. 10 PPR is pretty good because there's always somebody good left. But the first lineup is pretty good. I like that Justin Jefferson. I love it actually. If I had those wide receivers on my team, Justin Jefferson as well as let's go back and look at it one more time.
Hold on. Did you just tell me for 2 years straight to never pick up a kicker, only to pick up a kicker?
Yeah.
And you made sure to tell me that after you picked up the kicker, because it was the kicker that kicked the shit out of you all last season.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I feel like I
feel like Justin Tucker is the only kicker in the league that you actually pick up early.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
I feel like he's the only one you pick up early.
You give us all of these rules, Bob. You give us all of these rules.
It's things to
I
live
act
by.
like I know shit about stuff. I talk MMA. I do my very best when it comes to football. I played football for a lot of years. Played college football, and that ruined it. I don't like football no more. I don't follow it like I used to. Like I know. I'm like a Sports Center kind of fan. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I don't be like, well, I read his Facebook post last week and his head doesn't seem to be in the game, so I'm gonna bench him. That's Bob. That's Bob. He said on Facebook he wasn't getting no touches. Usually when they write them Facebook posts like that, they ain't really got their head in the game. That's you. And then you be throwing this stuff out like it's the Bible. Like, don't never take no kicker. Let me look at my team. Do I have a kicker? No. Only for you to take a kicker. It was like round 12 or some shit too. Round 12, you took a kicker. Not 15. 12.
Usually you don't get a kicker till late, but I mean, I went on ahead and jumped out there and got me a kicker.
Always competitive.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, when my team doesn't look as good as I would like it to, I just start doing things off the book. So
okay, off the book. This ain't got nothing to do with fantasy. This is just me as a person. Because the main thing that I like to see is quarterbacks that did really well in college come to the NFL and not suck. You know, really makes my heart smile.
I feel you.
Justin Fields.
Man, Justin Fields. Look, I'm gonna tell you something about Justin. Justin looked good. His last game, he had 3 touchdowns in the first half. He threw the ball all over the place. He got out the pocket. He rolled out. Justin Fields looks pretty good. The only problem with Justin Fields is that he's still young. What's going to happen when that pressure gets to him? What's going to happen when teams start doing things that he hasn't seen before, starts doing these unique blitzes? Is he going to be able to get out the pocket as well as look down the field without running? Because we all know about running quarterbacks. What happens when you start running around like you don't know what you're doing? You get injured. So has Justin Fields gain some presence inside the pocket so he can throw the ball? Who knows? But Justin Fields looks very good. Justin Fields might be that individual that you may trade for later on in the season. So I feel like Justin Fields is a good pick, but it's not one of those picks that you pick up in the first couple rounds.
Thank you, Bobby. Back to the booth.
Shine. So look, here's the thing. This is what I'm gonna tell you to do, and this is what I didn't do. What I'm gonna tell you to do is oh well, you already did it. So what I'm gonna tell you to do is go ahead and fill up your running backs and your wide receivers, and then after that,
that's what you. I'm gonna tell you what to do. That's what you say every year. I watch this man play. He like, look, man, I got one draft that I got. It was $400 to buy into
I
this
ain't got
draft.
that much.
Then this other one was $200. I'm over here struggling in my free draft for a $50 gift card, right?
Yeah.
And he like, man, why you gotta do this? You gotta do that. Nah, I'm full up. I'm going after. I'm not telling you because you don't tell me nothing. And then I'm gonna explain the pick after I take it, and then you're gonna be mad, like, man, why you do that? I was gonna do that. Because you up in 2 picks. I don't want to ruin your day. Time for the go for the kicker, baby. Time to go for the kicker, baby. I'm going to draft 2 kickers just to be rude.
You would do something crazy like that.
I'm going to draft 2 kickers just to be rude.
So this is the time. This is the time where kickers start going off the board, where defenses start going off the board. So if you have a defense in mind or a kicker in mind that you really want, like I really want Justin Tucker, so I reached and picked him up in the 11th or 12th round. There's only like 5 or 6 top tier defenses out there. And right now, your boy finna go pick up the San Francisco 49ers defense. The reason why I'm picking up the San Francisco 49ers defense, not because I'm a fan, it's because they've had 24 picks in preseason and preseason practices. They had 24 picks. So they are getting the ball and they're turning over the offense. Last year, they only had 12. This year, they're going to get to the quarterback. They're going to get the ball, and they're going to make them turn it over. So I feel like the 49ers defense is going to do something special this year. So look out. This team is starting to look a little bit good, look a little bit better on the back end. So that being said, on the back end, I'm liking my team a little bit more. But I still don't like my team at all. I don't like it at all.
You got one. So you took Russell Wilson, so we can ask these questions.
Go ahead.
Because I feel like I'm asking these questions, but then you're all like, man, I don't know, man. So you don't have to pick. All right, I got the quarterbacks pulled up. Who's the best?
Out of those quarterbacks pulled up right now, I don't like none of them. But if I had to pick one right now, I would probably go with Jameis Winston.
Yo, I was going to say that.
The reason why I would have to go with Jameis Winston, and somebody told me today when I was talking to him, Jameis Winston has gotten laser eye surgery. So the problem with Jameis was he couldn't see downfield. So I feel like he saw a speck running and he just threw it towards that way, and he just got lucky. So now he can see down the field.
No,
so Jameis Winston can throw that thing.
No, you can't convince me. You can't convince me that that's a good pick now.
Why?
Who in their right mind, making millions of dollars, would see a speck on the damn field and heave it down that way, right? Who in their right mind? So he ain't tell nobody he couldn't see. And they paying him $1 million and they paying the damn cornerback he threw the pick to millions more.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about football, man. It's one of those sports where you already know the route tree that the wide receiver is going to do. So it's not like you're throwing blind. You're throwing to a spot. The only thing the quarterback can't see, if he can't see, is how close the wide receiver and the cornerback are together. So it's just one of those things when you put trust in your wide receiver to make a play. And I feel like Jameis Winston always put trust in his wide receivers to make a play.
You can't convince me that man. So if the team was like, yeah, man, we knew he couldn't see, but we didn't say nothing. But if I'm anybody on the team, especially if I got a WR or a TE beside my name, and they like, hey, he had to get laser eye surgery. I'm like, this whole time he couldn't see? I'm mad as hell. Like, he could have said something. I'm like, shit, I'd have ran a shorter route, man. You gonna be running at 50 yards downfield and know damn well you ain't gonna get the ball out there because I disappeared from your damn peripheral.
So mainly most of the times what you're doing as a quarterback, you're throwing to a spot anyway. So you're throwing to a spot.
He's just, I hope you there. Somebody was there. I
hope you there. That's crazy, man. But look, hey, after you pick up your kicker and your defense, all you doing is just filling the back end of your team. For the most part, I just pick up either best available. If I don't like the best available, I try to pick up some rookie running back or some rookie wide receiver that may perform or outperform. He may have a good rapport with the quarterback and start putting up numbers later on in the season. I'm looking for those gems right now. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a gem. The reason why you try to pick the kickers or the defense is a little bit earlier so that you may get some gems that falls to you, because for the most part, people are starting to pick up their kickers and defenses right now. So I'm going to go Tyler Algier.
Good pick. Good job pronouncing his name.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I didn't know who the hell he was until I was at the draft, the live draft, and somebody drafted him, and I was like, "Who the hell is that?" And they were like, "He's supposed to be top running back at Atlanta." And
is that what they sounded like? Why they had to sound dopey?
I don't know, man.
Top running back. Because I like potato chips. Why you sound like that, man? Hey, look, okay, I got you. All right, let's do a segment called, because we ain't really, we over here talking about. I'm gonna get another quote. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields. 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 Trevor Lawrence. I like what you said. I'm going Justin Fields. No, what's the word? I got 2 picks left. I got 2 picks.
Yeah, we got 2 picks left before we give out some draft grades. I'm gonna be harsh on myself this year. I am going to be harsh on myself this year.
All right, no, look, okay. This segment is called Breaking All the Rules.
Go ahead. Let's break some rules.
So, with all the rules that you usually say for all of what you're doing, let's go. It's a hindsight 2020 or something. But, like, has there ever been in the first round that you had to draft a defense?
No. In the first round, no.
Have I
seen it? No.
Has there ever been in the first round that you had to draft a quarterback? Like after Lamar Jackson was breaking all the records, like that next year.
Lamar Jackson was probably the one. Josh Allen was one. After he had that big season, Josh Allen was one. Lamar Jackson was one. So that's the only two that I've seen that were quarterbacks. Maybe Peyton Manning back in the day when he broke the single season passing record.
Drew Brees used
Drew
to
Brees, Drew Brees was high. Drew Brees was high. I don't know who else was high. I think there was only like top three that when you saw him, you had to get him. I don't know who I'm gonna go this time. This is hard. I got 17 seconds and I'm panicking.
So usually this late in the draft, you want to go best available. You should have already filled in all of your spots. So I'm just saying, ain't that what you just said?
Yeah. But
you said that, and I picked Fields over Lawrence.
Yeah, true.
I like Trevor Lawrence though.
There's not a quarterback.
At this point, I'm just using my heart, man.
No, I feel. Look, let's start giving some draft grades, man.
All right, let's start with
just
the top.
a few. No, just a few. Dude, who's at the top? Who has the top?
Team 4 at the top.
Team 4 at the top. Let's start giving some draft grades out here. The draft itself is still going on. Team 4 is up to. We got to wait because he's up to pick a defense, and we got to see what defense is still available for him.
It's auto drafting. Hold on.
Not for Team 4. Team 4 is still in the building. It's not auto draft for Team 4.
I was going to say Commanders. That's who he's taking.
I mean, that's the...
You Team 4, who'd you take? Just best available?
I probably picked the Commanders. Or the Bengals. I feel like the Dolphins may have a good defense this year compared to the offense, because the offense may put them in better positions. What happens when you have a high-powered offense is they put points on the board so that the opposing offense has to throw the ball, so they can't run as much. So when you get a defensive line that doesn't have to worry about the run, then what happens? They pin their heads back and they just go get the quarterback. So if you could just run up and just rush the quarterback, then that's the best thing or the best idea for any defense to do. So I think the Miami Dolphins might have a good defense this year. The Cincinnati Bengals, they have 3 top wide receivers. Those wide receivers can break the top out, and they can put points on the board, especially with Joe Burrow throwing the ball. So that defense could be good as well. And the Commanders have a front 7. Commanders have a front 7 that's whew. They can go get the damn quarterback. Let's put it that way. They can go get the quarterback.
So you ain't doing all that. All right. So then here's the question: the Bengals, breakout year this year again.
Joey
B do the damn thing again.
It's one of those things where the Bengals came out. They went to the Super Bowl last year. They're not going to do the same as they did last year. This year, I don't feel like they're going to go to the Super Bowl, but they're still going to have a good team, though. They're still going to have a good team. For the most part, they may go back to the playoffs and they may get a couple rounds in, but I don't see them going to the Super Bowl this year.
Bro, I got the last pick.
So let's go to draft grades right now. Team 4's team is already picked through. His team is all the way live. It's already good. So put that on the screen, man. Let's go to draft grades. Team 4, his team did pretty well last year. There was a couple weeks where he fell by the wayside, but pretty much the team itself did pretty good. His quarterback is Justin Herbert. He had the first pick, so he picked up Taylor. Taylor and Justin Herbert is going to put this team in a position to win games. He got Mike Evans at wide receiver, Amari Cooper. I don't like that pick at Amari Cooper. The only reason why I don't like that pick because they don't have a wide receiver with the Cleveland Browns. If they had not a wide receiver, they don't have a quarterback at the Cleveland Browns that I trust. But for the most part, he's a top tier wide receiver that can catch the ball. He can run the routes too. He can run any route in the route tree. Cordell Patterson, is he going to be the same person he was last year? Who knows? We hope so, but who knows? Leonard Fournette, Is he going to be that top running back to take some of the heat off of Taylor for your team? I don't know. Darren Waller, he was injury prone last year. Hopefully he gets through those injuries and he's a better individual player this year. And he gives the Las Vegas Raiders that catching ability he gave a couple years ago. Then he has Bengals at defense, Michael Carter at the flex. I don't feel like he's going to start this year. I think Breece Hall is going to start this year, so who knows? Kadarius Toney at wide receiver on the bench. Overall, I would give this draft right here, I would give it a B. I would give that draft a B, if not a B+. I would give that draft a B+ right there. That draft is pretty good. For the #1 overall pick, that's a pretty good draft right there. That is a pretty good draft. I like that draft pretty good. So, B. Who's next on the list, huh?
B's up. Team Herm.
I think he has some reach picks. J.K. Dobbins, what I think he's going to do. He got Dak Prescott at quarterback. He doesn't have the wide receivers in the first 3 weeks that he would like to have. Michael Gallup comes back pretty soon. So we'll see exactly what happens when Michael Gallup comes back. He has Jalen Waddle. The only thing I don't like about this team per se is the fact that he has Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle from the same team as his wide receivers. That's hard to do because now you're telling the quarterback to throw to both these receivers and to complete to both the receivers, and not only complete but get touchdowns so your team can win your fantasy football league. He has Cooper Kupp, best wide receiver last year, so that guy performed or outperformed anybody's expectation last year. So hopefully he does the same thing this year. Actually, in this league, hopefully he doesn't. He has Miles Sanders at running back. Oh, that was a reach. He got him at a good pick though, but that was a reach itself. Nick Chubb always does well. I feel like he drafts Nick Chubb every year. I'm just saying. I feel like he drafts Nick Chubb every year. That's all I'm gonna say about that situation. London at wide receiver. Overall, I would give that draft right there. I would give that draft a B as well. That draft is a B too. So I would give that draft a B. The first draft I gave a B+. These are better drafts than mine. I'll tell you that much. These are better drafts than mine. What's next on the list, huh?
Dylan is a smitch.
Dylan, Jamar is a bitch. I hope his team sucks. Christian McCaffrey is a reach. If he gets Christian McCaffrey of 3 years ago, where he catches the ball out of the backfield, gets about 20 catches and about 200 yards rushing pretty much each individual game, he will have legit the top team in the league. With Patrick Mahomes, Elijah Mitchell at running back for the 49ers. Hopefully they do running back by committee and we still win ball games because I'm a 49ers fan, but Elijah Mitchell looks like he's going to get the bulk of the carries. Josh Jacobs, I feel like was a reach. Hopefully he is a top tier running back, but in preseason they had that man running the ball in the first game of the preseason. So that's not a good tell when you got your top running back running the ball in the first game of the preseason. Deebo Samuel, I don't think Deebo is going to be Deebo of last year. I think he's going to drop down from what he did last year. He's not going to get as many carries in the backfield, so he's not going to have as many touchdowns from the ground. Mike Williams, as I said before, he gets 2 or 3 receptions per game. Those 2 or 3 receptions can go for a 50-yard bomb, or they can go for 20 yards, and that's it. Mike Gesicki at tight end, they were looking to trade him. That's all I'm going to say about Gesicki. They were looking to trade him. Smith Schuster, hopefully he doesn't juju on that beat or Corvette on everybody's field and gets knocked out. So hopefully he learned from those opportunities and he's just going to go out and play ball. Cowboys defense, I don't think they're going to be as special as they were last year. I feel like he was reaching for the simple fact when he was reaching for Cowboys defense because they got a lot of turnovers last year. For the most part, for this draft itself, I feel like it's solid. It's a solid draft. DeAndre Hopkins, I understand why he picked him up so late because he's one of those top tier wide receivers that he's going to put on the IR. I might just get rid of the IR so he can just have him on his bench so he can't get rid of him. So you never know. I might do that because I am rude. But look, based off potential, if you look at his draft, it's an A. Based off potential. Right. His draft, based off potential, is an A. he has an A draft. I can't just sit there and bash drafts just because I don't like him as a person. But I'm just looking at the draft itself, and I feel like it's an A. So let's do it like that. I give him an A. I'm being nice and generous this year. I'm giving him an A. Who we got next on the list, Sign?
He's up.
Who? Team Young?
Yeah.
Team Young drafted Joe Burr, Dalvin Cook, Cam Akers. I feel like is a reach coming off an injury. Hopefully he is what he is. So hopefully he comes into the Rams, takes over that top position, and he's running like he was in the past before he had the injury. AJ Dillon is a reach itself, but he takes carries away from Aaron Jones. So hopefully AJ Dillon comes to his own, but I don't like running backs who only get like 10 touches per game unless it's receiving. CeeDee Lamb, he drops the ball. I don't like the fact that he drops the ball. Darnell Mooney is the top wide receiver over there at the Chicago Bears. So Darnell Mooney might be that guy this year. Kyle Pitts is a wide receiver imitating a tight end. Olave might come in and do something this year. You never know. And the Buccaneers defense has the best top 7. So the best front line or top 7 in the league. That's what they say. I feel like it's 49ers, but who knows? Brandon Ayuk sitting on his bench. Matthew Stafford sitting on his bench. That's a good draft right there. He got Williams sitting on the bench. It's 2 at wide receiver. He may do something this year. I got to get this draft for B+ too. I got to get that draft for B+. I'm giving good grades. That means that somebody didn't do well in this draft. Who's next on the list, man?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey man, so it's Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback is Trey Lance. Oh shit!
Is that bad?
No, it's not bad.
Because
they're saying
you didn't have to say it like that, man.
They saying Trey Lance might have a season to remember. He might put up some big numbers, but I'm feeling like Trey Lance won't put big numbers up till like mid-season. So I feel like that's a big reach. Austin Eckler at running back, yeah, you never can go wrong with Eckler. Javonte Williams at running back, they saying that he's going to get the bulk of the carries, but there's still Melvin Gordon out there. He got Marquise Brown. He's supposed to be the top wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals right now until DeAndre Hopkins comes back. But when Hopkins comes back, he's going to take some of those receptions or targets away from Brown. So that sucks. T. Higgins, they got Jamar Chase out there. So with Jamar Chase out there, T. Higgins will get this and that touches. So hopefully he gets touches that we need for him to succeed on this team. Deontay Johnson, the only reason why he picked up Deontay Johnson is because he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So he loves Deontay Johnson. They don't have a quarterback out there that can throw in the ball, but hopefully they do the little 2-yard slants and he gets some yardage from that. But we'll see. George Kittle, risk is a high risk, high reward player. If you got George Kittle in your lineup, he's going to get you some catches as well as some yardage, but he also will get injured and be out for at least 3 to 4 weeks. So hopefully George Kittle of the old, where he played the whole year, and he gives up big numbers or give you big numbers. So we'll see. Chase Edmonds, I do not like Miami running back. Even though I picked up the one myself that's on the bench, I do not like starting a Miami running back. The reason for that is they have 3 used to be or currently number 1 running backs on their current team right now. So that being said, if they have 3 number 1 running backs on the squad itself, that means that either they're going to start spreading the ball around and you don't know who's going to be the top tier running back for each individual game, or Chase Edmonds may start the number 1 and may end up on the bench not doing anything. He picked up Steelers defense because he likes the Steelers. He got Hopkins at kicker. Overall solid draft. I got to give it a B- though, because of the potential for Trey Lance. Hopefully he comes in, he balls out, but I got to give it a B-. Give that draft right there a B-. Who's up? Team Gillette. Team Gillette's quarterback is Derek Carr. Derek Carr may ball out this year. He may ball out. Najee Harris is a good pick as well. Saquon Barkley is a reach. So if Saquon stays healthy this year and he does what he needs to do each individual week to be healthy and to stay healthy, I feel like Saquon Barkley maybe robbed you of another championship. Allen Robinson the second, hopefully he goes to the Rams and he becomes that guy again that he was at the Bears before the coach just took him out of his whole game. Michael Pittman Jr. Finally has a quarterback that can actually throw him the ball. Not interceptions. Jared Jeudy has him a quarterback this year as well. So let's see what Jared Jeudy turns into, that wide receiver that everyone thinks he can be. Kmet, that's a reach. We don't know what he's going to do. It's one of those picks as a tight end that he got later on in the rounds, and he had to get a tight end, so he got Kmet. Damian Harris, they're saying Damian Harris is not that guy. That's what they're saying. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he's going to be, but they're just saying he's not that guy. So if he's not that guy, he's not going to get those touches. You got the Chargers defense, which I love. Joseph at kicker. His bench looks. He got Knox at tight end, so he can go in for Kmet. So he got Knox at tight end, which is good. That's a good pick. Jameis Winston as his backup quarterback for Derek Carr. So if Derek Carr doesn't come out and throw the ball around like we think he will be or think he can do, he got Jameis Winston sitting on the bench right now. We'll see what happens. I got to give that draft right there a B as well. I got to get that B. That's a B. That's a B draft. I like it. I like the
Raleigh
draft.
taking a Dak.
That's some reaches there. Raleigh taking a Dak. Tom Brady at quarterback. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the league. The only thing he can't do is he can't run. So he can't get you any extra points from there.
He can run.
He
just
can run
very slow.
He got Derrick Henry at running back. The only problem with Derrick Henry is that last year I had Derrick Henry in about 3 leagues. He got hurt. He was balling to start the season, and then he got hurt. I thought he was going to come back for the playoffs, and he didn't, which sucked. Ezekiel Elliott is a reach. It's a big reach. He has not been the running back he was 3 years ago. Brown at wide receiver from the Detroit Lions is not a reach. He is an individual that can put up points in a PPR league. Keenan Allen, I love Keenan Allen. If he was at the pick 3 for me, I would have picked Keenan Allen. PPR league, he is the best wide receiver for a PPR league. He gets you catches, he gets you yards, and every now and then he gets you some touchdowns. Brandon Cooks, hopefully he doesn't do what he did last year. Then he performs in the beginning of the year and then doesn't perform at all at the end of the year. So Cooks looks like a good pick as well. Zach Ertz at tight end. One of those picks I feel like is later on the round. You gotta get a tight end. Zach Ertz was the best available, and he's a good tight end. Devin Singletary, I hate Devin Singletary. Hate him. You know why I hate him? Because when I pick him up, he does not perform the way I need him to. Hate him. For the most part, I got to give Raleigh taking a Dak. Let's look at his bench. Julio Jones may do something this year. TJ Lockett, if they get a quarterback, they may do something. Kirk, he signed an $80 million deal. He signed it for a reason. Better make some money. Better get some catches. Odell Beckham Jr., he's stashing them. So when he comes back, he can utilize them off the injury. Man, his bench is an A. I like his bench. It's an A. But his team at all is a B-. Got to get a whole team together, a B-. Who's next?
The Clearwater Splash.
So Clearwater Splash. It's Clearwater Splash is new to this league right here. Hector. Let's just put it this way. He sucks at life. So I'm going to treat him the same way I treat anybody in this league. So look, picked up Josh Allen at quarterback. Great pick. Kamara. Hopefully what he did in the offseason doesn't come back to haunt him during this season. They're saying that his case itself should get pushed back, so he shouldn't see a judge or get sentenced till after the season. So he may be a big pickup for Clearwater Splash. Gibson, they're saying that he's not the top tier running back over there in the Commanders, but after Robinson getting shot, who knows? DK Metcalf, reach. Cortland Sutton, reach. Michael Thomas, reach. Travis Kelce, pretty good as a wide receiver and a tight end body. Bateman, reach. The only reason why I say Bateman is a reach is because Lamar Jackson hasn't been that proven thrower just of yet, but Bateman may be that guy. And Ravens defense has always been good. Let's look at the bench. I like Valdez-Scantling at wide receiver for Patrick Mahomes. He likes to throw that ball over top, but who knows? He might only get 2 touches. 2 touches for 20 yards, 2 touches for 150 yards. Who knows? Never going to third. Reach. Aaron Rodgers. He ain't got no wide receivers to throw to. Reach. Spiller at running back. That's a reach. Tober at wide receiver. That's a reach. Marvin Jones Jr. ain't been the same since he left Detroit Lions. Man, his bench is a reach. His bench is a reach. So if his bench is a reach, we'll see what happens with his team. I got to get at that team right there a C+. That's a C+ team.
Trash Talk host Bobby. Let's look at this. Russell Wilson. Reach.
Sean, let's get into the chat real quick. I don't know how long ago it was sent.
Johnson injured his shoulder? Or what you think of my draft team?
What do you think of my draft team?
Johnson injured his shoulder in the preseason game tonight. Keith wanted you to know that. Johnson.
Who? Which one, Johnson?
I don't know where we were at. We were a little bit behind. The stream kind of dropped on us and then came back.
Is it Deontay Johnson? He ain't on my team, so I'm good. Let's look at the team itself. 12-team PPR: Kyler Murray, Alvin Kamara, Leonard Fournette, Justin Jefferson, Allen Robinson, Zach Ertz, Etienne. I don't like Kyler Murray because he's so small. That's the biggest thing about Kyler Murray. I don't like he's so small. He faded out at the end of the season last year, so hopefully he balls out. He has a new contract, so hopefully he's a different quarterback by the end of the season. So he put up some big numbers at the beginning of the year, so we'll see what happens with that. Alvin Kamara catches the ball in the backfield, runs between the tackles, can do it all. Like I said before, his case is not supposed to be put to trial or a jury until next year, so he should play the full season. Leonard Fournette, they came into camp overweight, so hopefully he got his weight issues down pat, so he can be that top tier running back. Who knows? Justin Jefferson catches the ball. Allen Robinson, new place. You see what happened with Odell Beckham when he went to a new place, so I feel like Allen Robinson can do the same. Zach Ertz will get those targets at the beginning of the year, so we'll see what happens with that as well. And Etienne, they're saying that he's the top running back over there at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he's playing with a quarterback that he's played before, so we'll see. I liked it. If I had to get a grade, man, I would give that a B-. I'll get it. No, give it a solid B. The only reason it'll be higher if you had a different quarterback. I don't really like Kyler Murray like that, but he put up some big numbers last year, so hopefully he waits till the playoffs to put up sorry numbers so he can win you a football league. But I like that draft altogether.
Back to Trash Talk host Bobby. So we're gonna go on and we're gonna see if you can talk your way above a C.
I don't think I can, man, because I like Russell Wilson at quarterback. James Conner was a touchdown machine last year. David Montgomery faded out because he had like 25 carries for like 40 yards last year and many games, but he had catches out the back of the backfield. So we'll see what happens. Dameon Pierce from the Houston Texans, I saw him play against my 49ers and he gashed us. So when I saw him gash us, I went ahead and picked him up this year, because if you gash the 49ers, that means you're a good running back. Justin Jefferson at wide receiver is great pick for me. Scary Terry, great pick. TJ Hockenson balled out with the Detroit Lions. Alan Lazard is the number 1 wide receiver over there, the Green Bay Packers, so hopefully he comes in and outperforms what he did last year. 49ers are defense, they're supposed to get it. They're supposed to be turnover machines this year. I've reached for Justin Tucker because he's the best kicker ever. That's why he makes almost $6 million per year. I think, is it $6 million per year or $6 million guaranteed? One of those. He makes a lot of money. Then I got Jarvis Landry stashed on the bench. Mostert, if he gets the number 1 running back spot, he's stashed on the bench. I got Robbie Anderson stashed on the bench. That's the case that the quarterback starts throwing to the wide receiver. He's stashed. And then I got Algier, Baker Mayfield.
Who picked up Baker Mayfield last?
We'll see who picked him up. Algier at running back. But I still got to give my draft a C+, man. I got to give it a C+.
Oh, you got above a C.
I got to give it a C plus, man. After I talked my way into it, I talked my way to a C plus, man. I like my overall draft to start with. I'll give it a C plus. I don't give it a C plus. So Team Serrano, Kyler Murray, I said what I said about Kyler Murray. He faded out at the end of the season last year. Didn't put up the numbers he did up at the beginning of the year. Aaron Jones, beast as usual. He's a beast every year. Catches the ball, backfield, runs between tackles, can do it all. Tony Pollard. Look, they're saying that they might put him in the slot receiver this year. If you put Tony Pollard in the slot receiver and he do what he did last year, he ran a kickoff back last year, I think. He ran between the tackles. He catches the ball at the backfield. I feel like he's the best back at the Dallas Cowboys, but they might not feel the same, but I feel it. Chris Godwin's coming off an injury last year. They're saying he should play week 1. If he's the same receiver he was last year, that's not a reach. That's a great pick. Jamar Chase just catches balls over people's heads and runs by you. A.J. Brown, new quarterback. He can't throw that well. We'll see what happens. Andrews always catches over there because that's who Lamar Jackson likes to throw to. He likes to throw to the tight ends. You got Hunter Renfrow, PPR king. He catches like 8 to 10 balls per game. Colts defense, great. This is a great draft. Except for the quarterback. I hate the quarterback. You got Woods sitting on the bench, and that's it. You got Woods and Rams defense sitting on the bench. So hopefully his starters do well. So based off his bench, I would give his bench a D. I gave his start lineup a A minus. So if you put that together, you got a B plus. I give that a B plus. That's a good draft right there. That's a good draft. Let's go. Who next?
I'm gonna say me for last. Squirm Dog.
Squirm Dog.
Was that new?
No, it's Keith.
Oh, he was something about Charlotte. Charlotte something last year. That's what it was.
Changed his name this year. Look, Jalen Hurts at quarterback. When he gets in trouble, he runs that thing. He runs that rock. So the biggest thing about Jalen Hurts is that even though he may not have a game where he passes over 200 yards, that same game he may rush over 100 yards, and he can still put the ball in the end zone with his feet. So Jalen Hurts is a good pickup. Joe Mixon always does well. I don't know why I don't pick him up each year, but Joe Mixon always does well. Etienne Jr., like I said previously with somebody else's draft, I feel like he's going to be the top tier running back over there at the Jacksonville Jaguars, so he may be that guy. Edwards-Helaire, reach. Stephon Diggs, they saying that Stephon might come back to earth. They said because he been outperforming. They said he might come back to earth, but it's Diggs. So he's still a top wide receiver. And then Davis,
we hope he do worse.
So they said Davis may outperform Diggs. So I see why he picked both wide receivers. I don't like the fact that he picked the same 2 wide receivers on the same team. But when you look at Josh Allen, he spreads the ball around and he spreads it to the Diggs and the Davises of the world. And he also passes for over 400 yards, maybe I think about six games per year. So those 2 individuals can do well in the same game. So that might be pick up from the 2 wide receivers that maybe do pretty good. Then you got Firemouth at tight end. He might be throwing to the tight end a lot this year because the quarterback, they ain't got one. Kareem Hunt, it's a reach. The only reason why I say it's a reach is because he's in a contract dispute right now, and he's trying to be traded. So depending on if he stays with the Cleveland Browns or he gets traded, we don't know where he's going to be at. He might be a top tier running back somewhere else, or he might be that second running back over there with the Cleveland Browns and still do well. Saints defense, McPherson at kicker. I like McPherson at kicker because they put a lot of points on the board. Boyd at wide receiver on his bench. He got Burks on wide receiver on his bench. He got Herbert on the bench. Oh, his bench looks great. He got Hubbard for the Carolina Panthers. So if McAllister does what he did in the previous years, Hubbard can be that top running back coming off the bench or off his bench. AJ Green on the bench as well. This is a good bench right there. I got to get that bench an A. That bench is an A. I give that full draft right there. I got to get that full draft a A minus.
Is that the first A?
No, there's already been an A.
No, you already gave an A.
Yeah, I gave it A. I get that draft right there A minus. I get that.
Dylan said, "Did you grade him yet?" We already graded him. What was it? What was it? A D? I bet something.
Nah, it ain't no D. Look, I'm gonna cut it up. I'm gonna put it out there. I'll let y'all know what y'all made. So let's get into the last one.
Last but not least, Digging in your booty deep. The young one. Guess who picked up Baker?
As the last pick, Baker, I give that an F pick right there because I can't stand.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, whatever.
Let
Let's
it
go
manifest.
let's
I
go
always
through your draft.
pick Carolina quarterbacks.
Let's go through your draft. And,
All right.
and the things I love about your draft is Lamar Jackson at quarterback. Every year he's getting better and better throwing the ball. So if he's gotten better throwing the ball this year than last year, we're looking at an individual that can win the MVP again this year. Got DJ Swift at running back. If he stays healthy, he's a top tier running back. Breece Hall, they're saying he's supposed to be the top running back in the New York Jets. Stevenson is the guy in New England. That's what they're saying. They're saying Stevenson is the guy. And then you got Devontae Adams, who is the wide receiver, the number one wide receiver. DJ Moore in a PPR league gets buckets. Now, I shouldn't have said gets buckets. I should have said gets receptions. But when you're looking for somebody to put points in a PPR league, that's DJ Moore. But the only problem is Baker Mayfield. I don't trust him. Goddard, Jalen Hurts loves Goddard. Let's put it like that. And the biggest steal of the draft, if he can stay healthy the whole season, is Adam Thielen. I love the Adam Thielen pick. The reason why I love the Adam Thielen pick is the fact that he can put up points each and every week. The problem with Adam is that during the week 10 through 14 or 15, when you really need to get in the playoffs, he ain't there. So that sucks.
I just need him early. I just need him early, baby. That's all.
You got Bills at defense, which they've been the top defense in the league the past years. You got Claypool sitting on the bench as well. If they iron out that quarterback situation, the quarterback starts throwing to those receivers, Claypool may be that guy. He may be that guy. And then you got Justin Fields at quarterback. I don't know why you got two quarterbacks sitting your bench.
I just picked up maybe. I looked at best available for the last. I was the next to last pick, right?
You got Higbee.
I didn't see anybody that was gonna be like, oh man, they might just be a game changer. That ain't on the bench now, right?
Now, game changer for you, Jamal Williams. You got Jamal Williams from the Detroit Lions sitting on your bench. So you know what that means? That means that if Swift goes out, you have his replacement already on your bench. That's a game changer. And then Nico Collins, remember that name, Nico Collins, wide receiver for the Houston Texans. Put up some numbers last year when Brandon Cooks didn't put up numbers. Nico did. Your bench itself is sleeper. You got a sleeper bench. You got a solid lineup. I would give your lineup a B+.
I can't get no A?
No, the only reason why I give it a B+
Let me get an A- for Baker Mayfield.
No. That's why you got a B+ because you put Baker Mayfield on your team.
There won't nobody to pick, man. I just picked somebody.
You could have picked anybody.
There won't nobody to pick.
You're going to have, Sean, I can tell you that is you're going to have a problem week 7, and you're going to have a problem week 10.
Hey, look, I said that, right? I said, damn, I'm going to have a problem week 7 when I had 3 week 7s and 2 week 10s.
Shot, and then you picked up 2 tight ends with the same bye week. I don't know if you saw that.
Well, I did now. Ew.
But Shine, man, hey, you got anything else, man, you want to say about this year, man? Hey, let's go over the money one more time, man. Look, first place, $640. Second place, $100. Division winners, $50. And then $20 per week for top score. So in this league, Trash Talk Fantasy Football League, we got money to be made. If you're trying to make some money, send me your money. And if you're trying to send me your money and you don't know where to send it, you can always hit us up at
My feet smell like butt at gmail.com.
Hey, man, greatest email account ever made.
Hey, look, y'all. We're going to be back every week to talk about me winning. But for right now, it's been real.
It's always real, man.
It's been good.
It's been good tonight.
But it ain't been real good.
Hey, man, never that.
Look, Dylan said, "Boy, be afraid to say my A out loud."
I holla.
Peace. That ain't it. Where's thanks for watching?